Hello. Whew. Throw that off. Welcome. So we're here. Hey. Welcome everyone to the Intuitive Astrology. Shaking things up, and that's what happens. It's kind of like, good afternoon. We got Uranus and Taurus, so it's about changing up your habits, changing things up. And sometimes we don't want to change things up. We want to keep things the way that they always are because that's what we do. But hey, 2020 is the year of saying, I don't think so. We're not keeping it all the same. Hello, little more. And so this is a year of transformation and change, obviously. I mean, we've seen it on so many layers and so many ways of doing it. And I got my cat, and I got a stool underneath my desk, and she's laying on it, and she's attacking me because anyways, she's angry because we didn't have wet food for her. Oh, it's coming. The wet food's coming, baby. So, for those who are just joining me for the first time, my name is Mary June Tracy. I'm a psychic medium, spiritual love of life coach, and an astrologer. And I come to you once a week giving you the cosmic highway for your sun, moon, and rising sign. And it is an overall general reading for each of them. And sometimes people feel like, whoa, this is really hitting me. And it could be, So the energies that come through, it's I'm going to say it's a general reading. We never know who's going to go first. Never know who's going to go last. I pick all the signs out of this lovely little goddess box. And I don't look, and I pick out the sign, and I swirl them all up with the crystals that are in there, and who pops up and who doesn't pop up. It's And I just got a notice from StreamYard. They're having issues with Facebook. They don't have issues with Facebook going through their because this is why StreamYard's so awesome, because it's like it's going through their great big system. But for some reason, some people aren't getting notifications and stuff with Facebook that I'm on. So go out, share this out, and let people know I'm here. Whoop, 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 my craziness. I feel like, right now I need to have some noisemakers for this week. and a little bit of noisemakers going on. And I have water here too. So I'm bringing out the noisemakers. So this is hello from the UK. Welcome. So this is like a week of, what? Like in school. Let's say we're in school. Let's all go back to school. And wherever it was that you may not have been doing your work fully, and you wanted to say you did the work and get credit for it, but you really didn't do the work, and you've been kind of hiding it. So this is a week that's coming in that's saying, what have you been hiding? Or maybe, if you haven't been hiding anything, well, it's good. Then you're going to be cruising along. It's going to be great. But if you've been hiding something, then I think it's going to come out, and it's almost like I got like something coming across your forehead, I did not hand in the paper, or I did not do what I needed to do. I drifted off most times. So this is a week of looking at your life right now and saying, where haven't I pulled up where I needed to pull up, right? And I can't get you on Periscope constantly in the morning, but it's great now. Yes, that's awesome. It's odd. I know. It's The whole year is odd, Tamara. The whole year is odd. So this is looking at, different aspects. And also it's like, where are the Mafia brothers in your chart, in your natal chart? So the Mafia brothers, for those who are joining me, is Saturn, Pluto, and Jupiter. Like, where do they land in your chart? And, take a look at where that is. And, just maybe need to sit with that kind of energy. Is it, maybe your Saturn is in Aquarius, because a lot of people here, I would say ones that were born in about late 50s, early 60s, could be going through a Saturn return. Those who were born earlier are good. Are going, and this is second Saturn return. So those who are going through a first Saturn return would be those that were born, especially if they got it in Aquarius, would be like 92. It would be about 9. Yeah, the kids born in about 92 would be heading in for one. The ones that were born in probably 90, 89, 88, probably were just going through it, right? And just going through their Saturn return, and that Saturn return would have been with the Jupiter in Capricorn, or Saturn in Capricorn. So a lot of intense energies that are coming up for people. And what does that look like? What does that feel like? Because a lot of times we feel the energy sometimes weeks, months before it actually hits and transformation starts to happen. And this week is like, whoa, what's going on? We got the dark moon coming in. We've got a new moon, a super moon, woo, coming in Virgo. So let's pull and see who's up first, who's up second. See who's up first. Oh, wow. Was not expecting this. Oh, this is just cray. Really it is. This is just nutty. Hey, I don't know what's going on, but 2 weeks in a row, I believe Geminis are first. Like, what the hell? So this is for your sun, moon, and rising sign. So if you have your sun sign is your birth date. Your moon is like where the moon was on the day you were born. If you don't know, definitely go to Cafe Astrology. Damn, it's on me. Cafe Astrology or astro.com. You can pull up your natal chart. There's many other ones. Or you can book in with me and we could do a whole chart with you and take a look at where the shenanigans were when you were born. So Geminis. Oh, I just get like there's lots going on for Geminis. It's just crazy. And it's where I feel, with the Geminis, especially this week, you have Mercury is in Libra this week. And so Mercury's really trying to weigh things out. And this is where I find maybe this is a week of you. Oh, look at my voice is going. Not voicing so much. Geminis, you be quiet this week. Especially when we have a full moon, or new moon, I should say, coming up this week too in Virgo. So there's this energy of this of going in, and I depend on you to read and reread my natal chart, and it's looking at the transitions that are coming in, especially for Geminis, and how are you voicing that? And is it a true voice that you're voicing that? I got true voice. So what is that true voice within you? And what does that look like? And we got the 7th house. So are you voicing it around partnerships? Is it coming in around partnerships? Is there something coming in there, or your business? Are you saying what you truly want when it comes to with partnerships all around you? And are you voicing the truth, or are you just making noise for noise sake because you're not getting your way? Oh, you're not getting your way. And Libra, and with Mercury in Libra, it's like, we got to weigh this out. We got to have some balance with this all. So where's that balance that you're having in your life? Because that's a huge one. Do you have balance? Are you balancing both sides? Or are you going all the way to your little one side of your Gemini to the other side and causing havoc? If that's the case, that's going to backfire on you this week. It's going to really backfire, because I feel like, yeah, you might be coming out of the bushes. You might be weathering the storm, but you're still in the storm. You're still in the storm. There's still things that you are weathering you're not paying attention to. And it's all depending where you are on either side and where you want to go. And of course, here comes your own thing. It's like, I think, Gemini, what are you thinking about? What are you moodling about? What is that muttering going on inside of you? And are you being truthful, like really honest to your own self? Or are you feeling like and being that way? And that has to do too on where these dudes are, where that Jupiter is, where that Pluto is in your chart. And if you have a look at it, and then sometimes when you look at it, for the age, like right now Jupiter's at 17 degrees, are you acting like a snarky little 17-year-old? Like, I just want it done. I just want to do it my way, and Mercury's at 13. So 13 is trying to be the 17-year-old. I can do it. I know everything. Look at me. I'm beautiful. I'm cute. Is what's that dialogue going on? Because, when I look at 13 degrees, Mercury in Libra, and then Jupiter at 17, I feel like the 13-year-old is trying to be the 17-year-old, but doesn't have the maturity enough to be the 17-year-old, nor the thought process. And this could cause issues when it comes to things that you want and where you want to go. So this is like a real, week for you to really take a real closer look and begin to trust. I brought in the unicorns, man, because the unicorns are coming in. Trust in what you need to do. Trust in that unknown leap. If you screwed up, own the screw up. Do the apologies. Have the balls or the boobs, to really say it. Talk about it. Say, I got to have a conversation. I'm really sorry. I didn't mean to overreact to this. Because a lot of times with Geminis, you set shit up, for things to happen. You set shit up. And see, 10 of Swords. But it's reversed. It's like, whoa, what kind of chaos and crazy are you bringing in? What kind of nuttiness are you bringing in for yourself, right? Because you're setting yourself up, but you're setting yourself up for what? What are you setting yourself up? If you're setting yourself up to accelerate, to do well, cool. And you're owning it, and you're owning that, right? You're owning that power. But are you setting it up to, to just be your proudful self and, oh, look at me, everybody's mean to me, and being that little victim? And wants to be the boss. Yeah. And then I pulled a second card for you guys just for clarification. Page of Cups reversed. So you're not really following your heart. You're not following your intuition. You're following that up here, the ego, and it's getting you into trouble. So this week could be a week of trouble for you if you're not paying attention, if you're not trusting, if you are overthinking it all. It's not going to get you out of the thorns. It's going to keep you there for a while till you get the clarity and to be truthful about yourself. And that could cause havoc with family, friends, that sort of thing. All right, who is up next? Let us see who is up next. We have Taurus. Taurus. We have those Taurians in, that Taurus energy. Here comes the bull. And with this bull energy, you have Uranus in there. And Uranus is like, he's squaring off the moon. He's squaring off Virgo. So all of this energy is coming into your house. You're feeling that beautiful energy of Venus coming in. She's coming in and it's like, boom, squaring it off right there. And then Venus is, then you're trying to expand it. But what are you expanding? What kind of energy do you want to expand? Because I feel like, Venus, your ruler, is like, why is he in my house? What is he doing? Why is he being so disruptive? I love to have my chaise lounge in the front. Why is he moving it to the back of the house? Oh, and poor little Venus is like frustrated with it all, trying to communicate, trying to get it all. And here it comes, Uranus is making his way. He's making changes and transformations. He's getting, he's like disrupting everything. It's like everything is getting moved around. It's like a stranger coming into your house and moving and rearranging your furniture. Just comes in, nope, that goes there, that goes there, that goes there. No, I like it like that. And of course, it's like, what are you touching my stuff for? Like, what are you doing? And with that comes in, it's like, this is like, your status. This is how you look, what's going on. It's the 10th house, right? It's your achievements. It's like, this is what I do things this way. It looks great. But this week is like saying, okay, but how about if we try doing things in a new way? How about if we sort of move things around for you in order for you to see things with fresh eyes? And see things where you can improve on these achievements, improve on what you've been doing. And that, that can be where, you're being guided by your angels. The angels are coming in. It's a spiritual journey. It's saying that, this is what, being raised a good Catholic, right? I was being raised Catholic, where you got to a time, there's certain times you like to go to church. Either it was Saturday night or one of the masses on Sunday. But something could come in and change it, and like all of a sudden you have to go to a different mass. Well, that different mass would have different people, like has a different energy, different flow, right? And it's not the same as when you went to maybe the Saturday night one, where it's like, the priest is there and he's going through the mass and he's quite quick and you're in and out. That's what you want. Or the Sunday evening mass, you're in and out, boom, because he's tired. It's like, okay, this is my last one. I want to get you guys done. So you go into maybe the 11 o'clock mass, and that has all the children and all the chaos and everything else happening. And that's throwing you off. That's just not your vibe. But the angels are coming in and saying, wow, we want you to experience things more, want you to connect more. And bring in that connection. And with that comes in your 9th house. And it's saying you got to have faith that we are doing this for you. Have faith that we are changing things up for you. Because you may not see everything at this point, but we have this beautiful new moon that we can work with you to create this abundance more of what it is that you want to have. And bring more of that passion and that fire into your life. And allow for you to step forward into that passion. But it is disruption. It is chaos. It is bringing in the crazy, but it's also bringing in the love. There's love that's coming in, right? The beautiful angel coming in, he's in this one. It's like, she's looking at him and he's looking up, and at the angel for guidance, looking for that guidance of, I'm wanting to look to the higher realms for guidance, because this is a spiritual journey. So Taurus is, wherever Taurus is in your chart, there's an internal energy change that's happening for you that is getting you to go more onto a internal journey of transformation, more so than it has been on an external journey on how you look and all the accolades that you have and everything on the outside. It is that journey that says, come into your faith, come into where you want to be. Maybe you're stepping into studying more of divination and the occult. So you're learning more about cards and astrology and all of that. And it's this could cause frustration and fear and overwhelm. And Venus is like, oh my God, I don't know if that's really what I want to do. Is that just, why is he there? It's just so frustrating. So It's embracing sometimes the frustration and try it out. Get curious. Get to wonder, what would it be like if I did take a stand here, if I did do this? What does that mean? What does that look like? Right? Because sometimes it's like taking time to look at things with new ways, right? That's I feel like that's really going to be a theme this week. And as we come into the next one, because I mean, we have air, we have earth, and now of course, what do we need? Maybe a little fire. In comes the Aries. Whoo! Aries. Yeah, Aries, you're getting hit hard, man. You're getting hit hard. You're getting, with Mars retrograde in here, and you got Chiron, you got Eris. So you're getting hit with a lot of energy of saying, you know what? Let's look at, where have we been too hard on ourselves? Where can I start implementing the play? Where can I start looking at how maybe I need to heal things at home, and things need to get healed at home, and I need to really start looking at that, looking at my home life, looking at how I'm connecting, and with that comes the 6th house, which is healing. So, looking at, my day-to-day work. What's my day-to-day work? Is it giving me the satisfaction that I want? Is it allowing me to create the passion that I desire? Or is it holding me back from it? Is it holding me back from my goals? Right? Because you have personal goals, you have things. Is what's going on in your life, is that true to who you are? Or are you putting, they said shoveling it all under the carpet? Like, what are you shoveling underneath the cupboard? And like, no, I'll just do this. But, there are where many times with readings there are people who work in corporations, like they could be working in a government, or they could be working as a teacher, or some form that has a really good pension at the end, right? And they've been doing it for 10 years or 15 years, but they're tired. And they want to retire yesterday, but they know they might have 5 years left, or, X amount of time left in order for them to get that pension. And this is where it's coming in, and I pulled out Venus here. Bringing in that love, that passion. What do you love to do? Because you could still have that work, that job, but start to find what you love to create, find what you love to do and have fun with. And this could be where it's like, I had one client who, she has a few years left in where she works, and it's a really good pension at the end, but she took a yoga class, teacher yoga class. So she's doing yoga, and it's learning more about, I think she even took some Reiki, got her Reiki. And it's in the industry that she's working in, is something that you don't really bring all of that into that job. But this is where, for Aries, this is where you start looking and saying, hey, you know what? Okay, I need this job. This is what I'm going to do. Yet, maybe I'm going to take this class because I really want to learn more about this, and it could be anything from, maybe it's a women in history, or maybe it's about Native Americans or shaman, or maybe it's a class that you want to do on cooking, and you've always wanted to learn about Thai cooking. So finding that love, finding that passion, right? Because this energy is going to get you all pent up, and there's, Chiron is in there for 7 years. Mars is going to be there until January before he moves on, and he's retrograde till November 13th. So there's this real energy of saying, okay, what do you want to change? He's going retrograde. He's lifting up all this stuff again, and he hasn't done that for over 30 years, 31, 32 years. He hasn't retrograded in his own sign, and he won't do it again till 2042. So this is like a transit that's once in a lifetime that we're going to be experiencing for most of us. So this is like saying, okay, for Aries personally, it's like, where am I going? What am I going to need to do for myself? And start with the health. Like, what am I doing health-wise? What am I doing to take care of myself in a healthy way? And begin to allow for fun to happen, imagination, right? Envision this newness and giving yourself permission to dream and go into those dreams and go into that passion. And here again, Knight of Wands, coming into your passion, coming into that flow. What is it? That's fire, right? Bringing in that imagination, allowing yourself, yeah, you know what? I would love to get into cooking or pastry. Maybe I want to start learning how to make pastries, and I'm going to start taking a pastry class and learn about doing pastries and making different cookies, gluten-free cookies, and bringing all of this new fun things in. And I'm going to bring them into work so everybody else gets to eat the cookies, whatever it is. It's just allowing and moving with it, right? And when you do that, that brings in that duty of area of life, where I have to work, I have to get things done. This is what I need to do. But still, if I need to do all of that, then I need to bring in something that's going to bring in some enjoyment for me. And that's important. That's important because I think right now, Aries might be feeling a little bit drained, a little bit overwhelmed. And they need to start, need to have constructive fun. And I'm not talking about fun to go out and, well, maybe they want to go out and rave, but fun that's going to bring in something that is long-term tangible. Long-term tangible. That's what I got. Oh, Virgos. Ooh, my little Virgos. You're kind of doing your own thing. You got the sun in there, but then, Neptune's opposing and you're trying to I don't want to see you. I got things to do. Don't stop looking at me, Neptune. And this is where, again, comes balance. There's a balance that's coming in. And with this comes where the sun is squaring the nodes in your sign. So it's squaring, the natal nodes or the nodes that are coming in. It's also opposing Neptune, which is opposite you. So it's bringing in this opposition of where do you want to go? What do you want to do? What are your dreams? What are your aspirations? And Virgo's like, I got things to do. I'm going this direction. And Neptune's trying to pull you off and saying, but you're missing all of this. You're missing all of this fun. You're not going in with the flow. You're not going in with the fun. You're getting too lost on, I got to do it this way, or I got to fit into it this way. And the energy of caring and sensitivity. So Cancer comes in. So there's this feeling of caring that you need to have. For not only for yourself, to bring in that caring for yourself. Are you caring for yourself? Are you taking care of? Because it's a sensitivity. And this is like, even for your family, are you getting so overwhelmed on things that you forget to enjoy? And this is, the snake comes in. That's intuition. That's shedding. There's a lot of healing coming in with the snake. There's a huge healing power that's coming in to bring forth the changes that you need. So that you're not, it's good to be laser focused. It's good to have that. But I feel there's something coming in that's going to knock you down a notch. To say that, no, I need to really refocus or redirect where I need to go. So it's a recalculating your GPS. And who else to better do that for you is Uranus. Uranus is coming in, and it's in an earth sign, and it's definitely getting you to look at things in a new light, getting you to really say, okay, you know what? I have people in my life. Maybe I don't need all these people in my life. I have projects that I'm doing, and these projects that I'm doing is because I'm trying to do this and this and this and this, and maybe that's not what I want to do. It's like there's a lot coming in that's changing you to redirect, and bringing in, that's where it comes in. It's bringing in a balance, bringing in some kind of balance for you to really take a look at things. And when you do that, that brings in the celebration. So there's celebration for you. You have a beautiful superpower moon in your sign. So this moon is going to be very intense and magnifying in an internal way, because it's a new moon. It's inside. So it's going to internalize what you need to magnify in order to shine out, to allow for you to be healed and bring in the changes that you need, and that balance. So setting up the boundaries where you need to set up boundaries. So this is an internal walk, an internal look for you this week. And the internal look is really bringing in quite a bit for you. And it's internal. It's internal. Oh, it's internal, baby. It is. It's coming in this internal way. Hey, Rose. And this internal walk, it's deep. But once you embrace it, comes the celebration. And it's the celebration. Sometimes you're like, oh, this can't be celebrated. This is too fucking hard, or this is too horrific for me. It's just too much. How can we celebrate this? But there is. There's a huge celebration that comes forth. A huge peace comes in with it. But that moon is really going to force the hand. Wow, this is such a transformational week for all of us. I really, feel the transformations happening, and energies getting us to not be afraid to move forward, not be afraid to create new changes that we would want to have in our life, right? I feel, Sagittarius is next, but one moment. I feel that I feel like we've gotten afraid to try because we just don't know. but it's the energies are saying we can still take the steps that we need to take in order to go forward. We can still take them, and it's okay, And in comes Sagittarius, the little party sign. And I think the party sign for them is like they've had, for the last, 5 years? I mean, okay, Saturn went into Sag, right? So Saturn was into Sag, and it was like, oh, have to get things organized, have to get things together, got to make these changes to get things going. Then it went into your money house, and it's like, oh, I got to restructure my money. I got to get my money flow going. How can I get my money flow going? It's very difficult to get my money flow going. Oh, Saturn. And then, of course, you had, Mr. Pluto's been there for a while in your money house of disrupting, finding new ways to create abundance and money in your house. And your ruler left you. It left you. It won't be back for 12 years. And it went into Capricorn. So it just sent you into a whole new tithy. And this week is just like, oh, with the South nodes there, it's like, oh, really? Do I have to deal with all of this? What else do I have to deal with? But there is clarity that's coming in. There is, because your whole, I feel like your whole, it's all about your money house. It's being like bombarded this week. It's like, rrr, rrr, rrr. And it's, where everything is all the energies are shining in on to your second house, Sag. And you're feeling it. There is releasement that's coming in. The sun is trying to open up and show you new ways. But it has to be in a structured way. It can't just be all over the place. Can't just be all over the place, my Sagittarius. It's gotta have, so you gotta do some work. So your third house, it has the Aquarius, has that energy of Aquarius. Let's get into your third house and get inquisitive. Let's look at, new ways, new inventive ways of creating the abundance, creating expansion in your life, and start to do it. Yes, you would love to travel. You would love to get out and escape, but it's not there. I'm sorry. I mean, okay, people are going and, people are flying to different places, definitely, but, this really isn't travel time, for us to take off and go to Mexico or take off to go to places. Not saying you can't, but there's just like your life needs to have more of a metaphorical way of doing it and traveling for yourself. Not so much physical, but spiritual, and doing a spiritual. And this could even bring in some out-of-body experiences for you. And don't try and escape. This escapism is, well, your 12th house is Scorpio. So if you want to escape, my little Sagittarius, Scorpios will say, hey, you want to fucking escape? Sure, let's put the boundaries. But it'll also bring up a lot of secrets that maybe you don't, and that's what this week is about, bringing up secrets, bringing up things that maybe you don't want to see or you don't want other people to see. Oh, heavy duty, little Sagittarius. Info coming up. It's like, could you imagine, just imagine, you find out that your grandma was the centerfold for Playboy back in the day. and it's just like, and you're like, what? Somebody shows, hey, this is your grandma back in the day, because, nothing is hidden on Google anymore, with the internet. And you find out things that, what secrets come out, that your secret that your grandma was, or maybe you were, and that was something you just like, do you want anybody to know, maybe they need to see it, and escape Sagittarius. That's why I feel like, escape, because it's getting into this out, like, I don't want to deal with that. But once you deal with it, if you think about it, and it's weird because they're showing me a Playboy centerfold, and they're showing me this centerfold, and they're showing me that, opening up. But if you, and say you're now however old, it's like you did this 30, 40, whatever years ago, or even 20 years ago or 10 years ago, whatever it was, but you did this, but let's embrace it. Let's embrace whatever it was, whatever secret. Let's embrace that secret. Let's embrace it, because that's going to bring in the changes and transformations you want to make for your financials. That's going to open things up. It's going to bring in the miracles. So you got to have faith. Got to have faith. Got to have faith. As George Michael comes in and singing that. I'm not going to play it because then I won't be able to repost my video. But it's that energy that's saying, yeah, have faith that this has to come out. Have faith that, yeah, you want to escape. Maybe with bringing escapism, the thing is about Scorpio brings in escapism, but they bring you down to a truth. It's like bringing you down into an ayahuasca journey without the ayahuasca, which isn't always a good thing. And in comes the Knight of Swords. So there's things that are going to be coming very swiftly to you. The air is coming in, but it's swift. It's like, here it is. This is going. What's opposite you? Gemini. Coming to the higher truth of who you are. Extending to that truth. And going towards your truth and going to that expansion. And when you do it, the miracles happen. You find, because there's a lot of energy that's saying that you want to escape. And escaping, it doesn't make things go away. All right? So no hiding. No hiding. No more hiding for my little Sagittarius. It's coming out. seeing the truth. It's all coming out in the wash. Be right as rain. Just throw it in the wash. Oh, that reminds me of the movie Leap Year. And we got cancers coming in. Cancer. And with cancer, I mean, this is right now. I mean, you're sitting pretty, I feel, in some ways. You're just sitting there and things are just going by you. I feel like it's like you're sitting there, you're watching, but there's a lot of energy that's like shifting around you, and you're seeing everything that's going across the street, like Capricorn. You're seeing all this. It's like laser beams coming in across the street, and you're just like, whoa, what's going on in Dad's house? Right? What's going on? What are the changes that are going in? And bulldozers coming in, and then of course you start to shake up. So then you sit there and you think that you're fine, and then things start to shake up, and you're saying, why am I being shook up? What do I need to do? What do I need to look at? It might be something to do with joint finances or something to do with something joint. Maybe it's boundaries. Maybe you hadn't put that retainer wall up and you needed to. So there's a lot of things to do with boundaries that have to be put up, and being honest with those boundaries. And sometimes with cancers, it's hard. It's like, oh, but I don't want to hurt them. I love them so much. But then, you can be, when push comes to shove, it's like, I'm done. The wall is up. And this is really listening to your intuition, because your intuition is trying to tell you something here of things that you're just like, I am not too sure about this. And it's not in the energies. So you need to come down to the truth. And then comes the Gemini. And that Gemini energy for you is your 12th house. Oh, and I have Gemini as my 12th house. Gemini is my 12th house in my chart. And it's not easy, because Gemini it's like it's a flip flop all over the place. So, having Gemini as the 12th house is like, wow, communications. This is, information. This is diving deep into the deepness of the information, being inquisitive, finding out the truth, the secrets about things. And that's something Cancer loves too. Let me find out about the truth. Let me get inquisitive. So let me dial up. Hey, Jim, how you doing, buddy? Can you look this up? I need the 411 on something here. And let's just do a deep dive. And you're like, whoa. And that's where I find it's like this deep dives coming in. And especially when it comes to my Leo is the 12th house. Deep dive. Of what's going on. Let's go. Let's find that truth. Let's go in and find, because the mountains are here and saying that you are protected to do what you need to do, but you might need to face some challenges. So there's challenges that are going to come up, but I feel like it's like when you're honest with this, that you will see that it's like, okay, I can do this. I can rise to the occasion on this, and bring this through, and bring this to what I need, to the fruition I want. And, you might not be seeing the change right away, because the lunar eclipse comes in for you, but change is starting to happen. It's like the angels are working on the other side. You don't have to see everything. Trust us, but the changes and transformations are happening for you. We are making this come to your higher good. This is coming to your higher good. And this, what you are putting up, the retainer wall that you're doing, and finally saying, okay, I'm putting up my foundations to be stronger, so that yes, I know I have things to do. I know I have, obligations, and I'm going to get to them, and I'm going to have them done. But I need to find out more before I can pursue them. And in doing that, you got to honor your goddess, that goddess energy, because that's who you are, Cancers. You are you're one of the signs of the goddesses. You are the mother sign. You are that encompassing energy of love. And bringing that love in, sometimes there's things that come up that you're just like, that are so heartbreaking. That's why it's like you just want to make sure everybody's okay. And this is having you look into things and saying, you know what, yeah, there's challenges that and changes that are coming in, but when you honor your divine feminine energy and you fully, soulfully step into it, you know what you get? Get a celebration. You get a celebration. You get this energy of saying, yeah, you know what? It's time for me. I will be recognized for what I'm doing, and it's great. It's showing that I am being recognized and celebrated. I still got work to do, and I know it, but I'm going to take some time to allow myself, especially during this new moon, to really put down and manifest the new changes I want. And in doing that, will allow me to see things. Maybe I know you won't see things, but to allow myself to know, to have that knowingness that is going to be where I want to be, where I'm heading towards, and that it's okay that I am not seeing things as freshly as I would like to see them. Okay, there's something stuck here. What is it? Oh, you're stuck. Of course you're stuck. So it's, this week is bringing in, I mean, I feel like the energies aren't too bad, but they are energies that are like, we got stuff to do. We got work to do. We got to be honest with it. And in comes the Scorpio. Oh, Scorpios. That's me. It's like, oh, Scorpios. Oh my God. I'm just like, with some, I mean, I got finding out, being true to the information that's coming through and balancing out the truth of the information. And, then looking at, things to do of, if you're not handling your affairs in a proper way when it comes to your money, that you're thinking somebody else is going to swoop in for you. It's just not going to work. And you really have to start settling down and getting that foundation work done. If you're not settling down to get the foundation work, you're going to find it's very difficult. So of course Mercury comes in because it's all about your foundation. It's all about what you're writing about, what are you doing? What are you putting down? Are you putting it all down? Are you writing it? Or are you speculating? And you can't speculate right now, Scorpio. This isn't about speculation. It's about getting shit done. And of course the Death card comes in because the Death and the Devil card the Death is the transformation card. So that is kind of like the Phoenix coming in and bringing you into a transformation. But you really have to get down to the communication and writing it down so that you can get to your truth of, yeah, you know what? I gotta look at my finances in a big way. And in looking at my finances, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah. Uranus wants you to start looking at your health. What is it? What do you need to do better for your health? What are you doing for your health? Are you overexerting yourself or not doing nothing? Right? Because a lot of times Scorpios will do either or. They're not consistent. So it's like, okay, am I overexerting myself or underexerting myself? Where do I need to make the changes when it comes to my work life too, my regular routine? What is my work life? And work life doesn't always have to mean money wise, but it has to do, what is my routine? What is my daily thing that I'm doing? How am I connecting? How am I getting out there? And, Mercury retrograde comes in with a reinvention. Mercury retrograde is happening next month. I think October 14th to November 3rd, November 4th, which is my birthday. Just an FYI. So if anybody wants to know when my birthday is, it's November 4th. So we have Mercury retrograde coming up next month. So that's really going to get you to start, maybe looking at some things between now and that Mercury retrograde. What do you want to reinvent? Because it goes retrograde. I think it goes retrograde right before the new moon in Libra. So between this new moon and the next new moon, what are the steps that you want to put in place in between this new moon and the full moon at the end of March? So, and asking yourself, because these are cycles. So there's cycles in cycles in cycles in cycles. So looking at all of those little cycles, right? And bringing it, bringing those cycles together. And how, what do those cycles look like, right? Tamara, November 13th. Yeah. And what do those cycles look like? What do those cycles feel like? Because if you're going to be working with a manifestation of creating something new in your life, or wanting to expand on something new in your life, because this Mercury retrograde, this one is really, I feel, has some push, because we got double Mercury for you. So that's the god of communication. He goes in and out, like he just says it as it is, right? And with that energy coming in, it's saying, okay, how are you communicating and putting things down for yourself so you can bring in the transformations that you want to bring forth a reinvention? Because working with the cycles and within cycles is going to get you to say, okay, these are the little steps that I'm going to put in for my longer changes that I want to bring about. And when you do that, oh my God, we get the 9 of Cups. What? Yes! The wish card. So we get the card that says, what are your wishes? What are your dreams? Because they're going to come to fruition, but we're going to have to start this week to get it done. So this is like a real powerful week to move forward and to prepare, especially because with the Mercury retrograde, which is in, say, a month from now, that Mercury retrograde is really going to have an impact on you because it's in Scorpio. That's why. Duh. Of course, now I go in. It's in Scorpio. That's why. That's why it's so important. That's why it's so important. Because when planets are in your sign and they're there for a while, because when it goes retrograde, and it's going to be there for a while, then it makes changes, right? So energy changes in you. So, people who are Capricorns right now, a lot of changes have been happening in their life since 2008. And then along came in 2017, came Saturn. And then last year came Jupiter. So it's like, whoa, I bet you they can't wait and celebrate when everybody's out of their house. It's like they haven't had their house to themselves for a while. So I'm bringing that forth. And bringing that changes. And same, here we go with Pisces. Pisces have been trying to figure out their way. And with the sun opposing them right now, you had that full moon in Pisces just a few weeks ago. That was really intense, bringing in that fullness, looking at, your dreams and your wants and your desires. And of course, with Neptune there, it's like saying, okay, what are my dreams and desires? And then it's doing a little sextile over to, to the bad boys and saying, hey, what are you guys doing over there? How much, can you give me a hand? Can you give me a hand? Right? My son has been trying to find his way for 13 years. It's like, what's going on? And with this Neptune there in retrograde, this is like, there's a lot coming in and wanting to create something new. And your second house is Aries. Oh my gosh. Oh, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And your fifth house is Cancer. So when it comes into how do you feel, looking at your feelings, looking at your emotions, how does this all work out? Because Cancer comes in and it's a water sign, obviously, for your fifth house. It is your fifth house that's coming in. Where are you having fun and creating things and doing things? And how is that allowing you to feel? Because there could be a rush of emotion with it all. And that rush of emotion, of course, there's like, love, passion, Pisces. I want to feel the passion and go into that dream world of that romance and bring that forth. but it's also bringing that love into all areas of your life. You got to love what you are doing. You got to love what you are creating. And this is, sometimes could be very hard. It's like, well, I don't love that. I don't want to do that. And that's not where I'm heading. But the energies are saying it doesn't matter. You got to embrace it and enjoy it and do the best you can at it. If you read the book Rich Dad, Poor Dad, it's a fine example of that, because the poor dad is teaching these boys, it doesn't matter. Whatever you do, you got to come in there and give it your 100%. Each and every day. That's going to bring you that fulfillment. If you're coming into it and just like, yeah, whatever, this is fucked up, I don't want to do it. For you Pisces, it's just going to come back and it's going to hit you. And it's going to hit hard and deep to the core. So this is like coming in because the earth element's coming in for foundation. He's retrograde. So the tide is going out. So you got all these pools and stuff. And as the tide goes out, what happens is that, there's more of a beach. There's more of the land. So it's looking at this and stepping onto the land and stepping onto these bearings and looking at, what can I begin to create in my earthly realm? What can I get to come down out of the dream world and create a strong foundation for myself in order for me to have the abundance, to bring in the abundance, the blessings, and have that come forth. And this is, when I do this, brings in new inspiration, bringing that inspiration that I soul desire, bringing that fun into it that I soul desire, because that's going to bring in the changes and transformation that I am looking for. And when I do that, things come together so beautifully, so beautifully. Whew. So much energy. I'm going to need to lie down after this. I'm going to need to lie down. There's just so much. What do I have left? Oh, I have three signs. Oh, Libra, Leo, and Aquarius. Whoa. The trio. Okay, Okay. Come on, Mary. Focus. You guys are unfocusing me. Here we come. It's Capricorn time. Whoop, 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 whoop. Capricorns up in the house. Here we go. Come on, Caps. Usually Capricorns are the ones watching me. So maybe I'll bypass them. No. But Capricorns, it's Jupiter's going forward, which is really a sudden move for you, which is very beautiful. That gets momentum and movement happening for you. That gets you where it's like, okay, things are coming in. But there's that communications that is coming forth, and you're wanting to get the communication. It's like you're straining to hear and wanting to bring that communication to bring some form of balance back into your life. And in doing that, it's like, the first house, but, my impressions, how am I being seen? It's like, so much has been going on and reinvention of everything that maybe you're not being seen the way that you want to be seen. Maybe you've been putting up a facade. A facade. And it's like, no, you got to start listening to see where you want to go. The sun is coming in and trining. We got energies coming in from the moon, coming in and making some aspects down to you. Uranus, Mars is squaring over. Neptune is sextiling over. Whoa! How did you miss Scorpio? You put up on November 13th, Deborah. Oh. This is like so much is breaking down for you, and it's a time of divine understanding, renewal, peace, and hope. This is like breaking it down and stepping into that spiritual wellness, that spiritual, being, and bringing in the unity. And as you bring, with that unity comes, see, Libra. It's all about the communication right now with Mercury there. It's all about bringing in that communication and transformation that you need to have. So you drop the facades because you can't keep everything together all the time. Not everything. So this is like coming in with some discernment. And with that discernment, the devil comes in. Because only you can break the chains that you are in. Only you can put the truth about how you want to be seen, on bringing in your desires in the balance and having the discernment to say, hey, I got to stay true to my knowingness, because that is what I'm building. I'm building and creating something fabulous, and I can feel it and I know it, and I'm going to have this, and I'm going to drop the chains, because the chains keep me tied to a world that no longer exists. A world that no longer exists. The world has changed. It is not the same anymore. And you, little Capricorns, are finding it, and you know it, because you have these mafia brothers that are shaking everything up, not only in your world, but in the world around us. And Uranus is saying you got to get a new set of values. If you like to buy those pretty little pumps all the time, well, no more of the pumps. You got to find something and change your values. If that's the way that you've acted all the time, and you're all high and mighty, and now you're like, well, now I don't have money to go out and party all the time, or do all of this all the time. Time to change it, and changing your values with it, and saying, you know what, it's okay. It's okay, because I am being guided. I am having that beauty around me. I am having that substance, and my life is becoming more meaningful. And because I'm living in my truth, and that meaning is meaning that I'm having a really fabulous new way of looking at the world around me. And in doing so, it's because I am moving into the age of Aquarius. Whew. And Aquarius is like, yeah. It's for Aquarius is, I got two. It's like, if there's things that you are wanting to do, let's get them done. Let's get going. Even, you got Venus across the street from you. You got the moon there, and you're saying, come on, guys, let's get things done. Let's really look into things and get things done. And life can be, very overwhelming for you right now, but it's making sure that you don't have anything hidden, or something hidden comes up because of this 12th house coming in. So you yield a greater cause or power. So this is, life can be overwhelming. A lot can be coming in on you, and you're just like, what the hell's going on? I don't get it. I was trying to get everything together. I was being a good person, and this person is trying to fuck up my life. Why are they trying to fuck up my life? It just doesn't make any sense. But maybe there's something there that you have to really step up to the plate with, and look at new possibilities in all areas of your life, and say, you know what? I want to change this, because that is not going to happen again. I'm not going to allow for whoever, whatever, to come in and mess up my life. That is, when an Aquarius says they are like, you're going to fuck me up, well, I'm sorry. That's not going to happen. Because vengeance, says the Lord, says the Aquarius. Vengeance, says the Aquarius, because they can be very like, there is a heart with them. They are ruled by Uranus. Uranus is in Taurus. It's wanting to make some changes, but this has to do with your daily duties, things that you're doing on a regular routine. What is that? Let's get, maybe some things have to change up, and even change up when it comes to, health and wellness and that. So there's routines that are going to be changing up, and that can cause a lot of overwhelming for you. But it's going to bring in new possibilities for you. It's going to bring in, some changes that are going to open things up even wider and allow for you to do some healing and get some healing done, or be the healer, and embrace your powerful gifts of being that healer. Either or, it could be that you're stepping in. Maybe you're going to take my Reiki course, my little Aquarius, which is on the 21st and 28th, and get your level 1 and level 2 Reiki. Maybe that's it. And in doing that, it brings you something prosperous. It brings you, this unity, this emotional of, yes, I love my family. Yes, this is feeling really great. And this is really, truly what I want. This is making it feel, this is so wonderful, because I'm staying true to my path of who I am. And a healer doesn't necessarily have to be like a Reiki healer, but you're healing within yourself or healing those around you just by, with your honesty and with your truth. And that's probably why you're getting so overwhelmed, is that you got to come into your truth and say, okay, this is what there's a lot of things I have to do, but I'm going to get them done. I'm going to get things done. I'm going to get things done in a orderly fashion, because you are very organized in getting them done. And I'm going to, and even with that, I can allow myself to organize things in a positive way. So I think this is like, it's reorganizing your week this week. This is really looking at new possibilities of trying things out, and being open to the changes that come forth as we move into Libra. And then from Libra, of course, who's last? Oh, this week is Leo. It's like, oh my God, it's almost a repeat from last week. Libras. I just got like an with you, like life is okay. I'm trying to figure shit. It's like, it's not so much trying to figure shit out. It's almost where you're wanting to, Libras, you're wanting to hide away. You're wanting to say, oh, I'll balance it out later, which is so unlike Libras. But you're not wanting to, it's like almost like it's like you're, okay, I'll go through the motions and do what I have to do, but that's about it. Don't ask me to do anything more than what I have to do. And then comes the Leo, and it says, no way, baby. You got to come out and bring your passion and your flamboyant, and you got to bring in your beliefs, and you got to bring it on. Libras, you got to bring it. You can't just go and hide away in the basement. It's like the Leo comes in, and it's like, nope, focus. This is about our beliefs. This is coming in and saying, I'm not going to sit around and do shit anymore. I got to get shit done. And this is that will bring in business opportunities or romance that you're looking at. That'll bring in something more for you that maybe you hasn't been there. The solar eclipse comes in. Wow. So looking back, because we had 2 solar eclipses in Cancer, it's like, what? What is the emotion around all of this? Because it's starting to come out now. So the energies of this solar eclipse is starting to reveal itself to you now. And maybe you don't want to look at it because you couldn't see everything fully with that solar eclipses that were emotional for you. And now they're coming out. And that's bringing in some anxiety. Maybe you're getting overwhelmed. It's too much information for you. But the Leo's saying, nope, we are going to pound through this and we're going to get it done. And that's going to lead you to a better place. If you're not going to do it, it's not going to lead you to a better place, because it's going to bring in that leadership. Stepping into the leadership and sharing your message, getting it out there and saying what you need to say. And that will allow for you to prosper. Of course, the king comes in. Libras, you guys like money. You're the scales. You want to balance it all out. So let's bring in the money, honey. Right? Let's bring in that prosperity. Let's bring in that abundance. Let's push the limits to things so that we can see the changes that happen in our lives. So let's bring it. That's what I keep on getting. Let's bring it on, baby. So it's bringing it on. It's It's the full Monty. Maybe we don't want the full Monty, but this is full on. This is just coming full on, not hiding. This is coming in, getting things going, and saying, yeah, this is where I really want to do. I really want that music career, or I'm going to write that book. I'm going to get noticed. I'm going to get out there. I'm going to start doing what it is that I feel I need a push to do, and not hide away from it anymore. So there you go. And I feel like it's like you're not humming. You can't hum and haw about it. It's like first idea that comes into your head, let's do it. No more, no hiding from it. No hiding from it. Leos. Saving the best for last. It is the Leos. Leo, oh, you have Venus in your sign, and it's just so scrumptious when she's there. She brings in such a scrumptiousness and such a real freedom. Yet freedom, and then you're like, oh, but there's restrictions because now I got bars. So I got bars or some kind of fence being put up around you, because it's that opposition with Saturn that's coming in. And, with Venus looking down over there and saying, okay, but I want to do certain things. I want to go certain places. And she's, looking at Uranus, and Uranus is saying, well, what do you want to do? Let's change it up, baby. And she's like, but you've already changed up everything in my house. I feel so barred up. And the Leo's like coming in, but let's bring in the sunshine. Let's bring in the good, right? I was at mail yesterday feeling those bars. And it's like, ooh, in comes one of your beautiful, beautiful energies. And it's Mars comes in, because it's drive, it's that lightning, it's that spirit coming in. And it's like, I gotta get going. And Mars is going, yeah, but I'm going backwards right now, man. Can't give you too much. We got other things to be doing. And the Leo's like, oh. And Venus in there's like going, oh. Wanting to bring that forth, because you know what? The sun always shines. So opening your heart to enormous growth right now, allowing yourself to open up to true growth and beauty. And when you do that and embrace this Venus energy and say, yeah, I'm going to embrace you, baby. Hey, baby, I'm going to embrace you, because you are the beauty. You are the charm. You are coming in with the prosperity. And she's looking over at Taurus, and Taurus is, the second house. Taurus rules the money, and saying, okay, you know what? We need to bring in some more prosperity. We need to bring in something more here. And the third house says, okay, listen to the messages that are coming in, because that is Gemini. Listen to the messages that are coming in right now. And for you, the third house is Scorpio. So with Leo, if Leo's in the first house, the third house is Scorpio. And it's like, okay, listen to the messages. I'm going to give you the truth. And we're going to set up the boundaries that you need to set up. But we might have to move those boundaries a little forward, more forward than what you're used to. And that's going to allow for you to bring in romance and knowing that you're lovable. It's like, every time I get something like that for with the Leos, it's like want to scratch you a little bit behind the ears, but you have to earn the love with a Leo. Leos don't just give their love away. It's like you got to earn that love. It's like you got to work for it. It's a cat. You got to work for that love, and with that comes the Queen of Pentacles. So there's a lot to do with your foundation and communication and money. Bringing in a strong, because Venus is in there, she rules money. So how are you wanting to create more money? Ooh, that was a weird flash there. With this, what do you want to do to create more money into your life and bring in that abundance so that you are able to feel more secure in your relationships and that drive. And Mars is saying, well, I can only do so much for you right now because I'm in retrograde until the 13th of November. So it is. It's you know, sometimes it's pushing yourself forward in such a way that make sure I got everybody, you know, forward in such a way that it's transformational. But I feel the bar is up around you where you're wanting to do it, but they will come down, because if you start doing small steps, small works, it starts to come together. Not being lazy. Don't be lazy, Leos. We don't want no lazy Leos. Woo! There you guys go. Crazy. Well, thank you. There, it's, you know, this is quite an enormous week. Another enormous week. I feel, you know, the energies are preparing us mainly for what's going to be coming in October. So it's a preparation for October and what's coming in for the transformations that are coming in that are going to be really felt in October. So I'm going to send you guys out with so much love. If you are wanting to do the ancestry with me on November the 1st, get a hold of me. It's up there on my Facebook page. It's $45. We're going to be doing a meditation. It is Sunday evening, so we're going to be doing Sunday evening. I topped it up at 15 people. So I think I have 4 or 5 people already registered. I think 5 people now registered. So if you are wanting to be registered, you have to pay for your spot so that I can hold it there for you. So I know that you're serious, because I've held spots for people and then they oh, I don't want to go. Well, sorry. So and they didn't pay. And so anyways, so doing that, so there's about 10 spaces that are left, and I know the 10 spaces will go fast with that. So sending you out so much love. May the Lord and the Lady watch out and bless you in all that you say and all that you do and all that you be. Yes. See you all tomorrow morning, and have a blessed rest of the day. Go forth, shine your light, and be true to who you are. Have a blessed one. Blessed be. Bye-bye.